Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Chilltown Hoops. I'm your host, Jermaine. The youngsters call me OG. My friends call me J-Dub. Let's get to it. I want to start the conversation with, please stop asking me, yo, OG, take accolades off the table. Who is the most talented? And the reason why I want you to stop doing that is because when you do that, you diminish the work that these guys put in. Not only do you diminish the work that these guys put in, you minimize how much they care about this stuff. These dudes care about being the league MVP. They care about being the defensive player of the year. They care about being the most improved. I watched Michael Jordan walk up to the podium, or I watched Michael Jordan walk to midcourt in 1991 with his crew and accept the league MVP trophy while getting choked up. I watched in the spring of 1990 Dennis Rodman get choked up when he won the Defensive Player of the Year. And he said, quote, "I wanted this award so bad." Last night, I watched Joel Embiid get choked up when he found out that he was the league MVP. And then get even more choked up when his crew embraced him. This stuff matters, man. This is a testament of the work that I put in. This is a testament of the work that I put in, and this is the reward. So when you say to me, yo, take accolades off the table strictly as a basketball player, I don't care about that. I don't. Because number one, I've seen better basketball players get outplayed. I've seen that. So he's just better at basketball. That doesn't help me. That doesn't do a lot for me at all. Because again, I've seen better basketball players get outplayed. I saw Jason Tatum outplay Kevin Durant last year in the playoffs. Was Jason Tatum a better basketball player than Kevin Durant? I don't think so. But that doesn't matter, because again, I've seen better basketball players get outplayed. I saw Dirk Nowitzki outplay LeBron James in the NBA Finals in 2011. I'd like to think in 2011, LeBron James was a better basketball player than Dirk Nowitzki. It didn't matter. I watched Chauncey Billups outplay Kobe Bryant. You will never hear me say Chauncey Billups is a better basketball player than Kobe Bryant. That is just not true. But better basketball players get outplayed. That's why I don't really like the logic of take accolades off the table. Who's just better at basketball? No. This stuff matters, man. Absolutely, this stuff matters. And you know what else matters? Having your stars matter. Having your best players matter. And the Miami Heat really missed Jimmy Buckets yesterday, because that's a team of grit and grind and hard work. And Buckets is a testament to that. He's the guy that's at the forefront of all of that. Every last bit of it. Gabe Vincent is the consummate hard worker. Didn't get drafted. Went to the University of Santa Barbara. Didn't get drafted. Had to tough his way through the league. Same thing with Max Strus. Didn't get drafted. Had to tough his way through the league. Kevin Love. Cleveland let him go. Let him walk out the front door because of the youth movement, which I understand. But you do need vets. You absolutely need vets. They felt like they didn't need that vet anymore. Miami said, we'll take him absolutely. Because the one thing that Kevin Love can do, if he can't do anything, Kevin Love can rebound. 100%. 100% Kevin Love can rebound. That team is going to fight. And that team is going to give you everything that they have. And this series is one of those series with the Miami Heat that I'm looking at these guys thinking to myself, what are you guys doing here? Because if you look at them from a talent standpoint, they really shouldn't be here. They really shouldn't. They got a bunch of cast-offs and Jimmy Butler, who is also a cast-off. I mean, if we're going to talk about Jimmy Butler, let's talk about him really. Jimmy Butler was the last pick in the first round in 2011. The last pick. Nobody was really paying much attention to Jimmy Butler. Then Jimmy Butler, throughout his career, improved as a defender, improved as an offensive player, and was in the conversation at one point with Klay Thompson as the best two guard in the league. There was a conversation about that. Yes, it was. But there was the one thing that he always had. And he had that toughness. Or as you would say, he had that dog in him. He was that guy. 100%. And he's tailor-made for what the Miami Heat do. Bam Adebayo. Another dirty work guy. This team is of grit and grind. Well, the flip side to that is they're going up against another team that's grit and grind. We got a guy in Jalen Brunson, who was first team All-American coming out of college. I mean, when I was coming up, the best point guard in the country went in the top 10 in the draft. He went in the second round. What the hell is going on? What is happening? Julius Randle, who's been bounced around. Not only was he bounced around, everybody scoffed at the idea when he signed with the New York Knicks. Got Julius Randle. Now, I watched the Knicks offense yesterday, and there was more fluidity in it when Julius Randle was off the floor because they didn't have that ball stopper. Now, Carmelo Anthony was a ball stopper when he played for the Knicks, but it went quick. Like when Anthony would get the ball, he would go quick. Julius Randle gets the ball as a ball stopper. He kind of slows their offense down. But he was fantastic yesterday. He was great. Got himself in one-on-one situations, converted. And I thought they did a great job on the backboard, too. Yes, I do. Hartenstein is one of the best dirty work big men in the game. Same thing with Mitchell Robinson, who, and I'm on record saying this, I think the Knicks made a mistake passing on that big kid in Charlotte, Mark Williams. I think he's better than Mitchell Robinson today. And I think that's your starting five man for the next 10 to 12 years if you would have drafted him. I'm 100% confident in that. But Mitchell Robinson and Hartenstein give you great minutes at the five. I think that's a position that they're going to upgrade in the offseason. But for right now, they're giving you really good minutes. What can I say about Jalen Brunson? What I can say about Jalen Brunson is Mark Cuban made a mistake. That's what I can say about Jalen Brunson. Mark Cuban made a mistake. Jalen Brunson has a herky-jerky game. Kind of like Earl of Pearl, except left-handed. Gets into the teeth of the defense. Can create his own shot. Consistently put the pressure on the defense. Now, I don't think that the Heat took advantage of him being slow of foot defensively. I thought that they would have went after him more than they did. I was surprised that they didn't. But that worked toward the Knicks' favor. I thought Tibbs did a good job in his rotations. What I mean when I say that is he sat R.J. Barrett in the fourth. I think 7 minutes in the fourth he sat after 7 minutes in the fourth he sat R.J. Barrett because he got great minutes out of Josh Hart. He got great minutes out of Grimes. I've said this to you guys before, and I'll say it till I'm blue in the face. For every LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, line them all up, all the great ones. For every last one of them, we're not winning without A.C. Green. We're not winning without Ho Grant. We're not winning without Udonis Haslem. And the Knicks ain't winning without Josh Hart. They not. There's your dirty work guy right there. To come off the bench for 11 rebounds at the two-guard spot and to defend the way he was defending, putting pressure on Gabe Vincent. I can't believe I'm saying putting pressure on Gabe Vincent because I just think that Spo does such a great job in managing his guys. I do. I think he does such a great job in managing his guys. But Josh Hart does such a great he did such a great job in putting pressure on Gabe Vincent on the perimeter. Making Kyle Lowry work. Fantastic. They needed that win yesterday. Because if they lose that game, I don't think we're coming back to New York. I do not think we're coming back to New York. I think this is a 6-game series. I originally thought it was 5. I thought I had the Knicks in 5. I thought the Knicks would mop the floor with these dudes in 5 games. But I think this is a 6-game dogfight that I think the Knicks win. I'm really interested to see how this goes. Speaking of going, the Lakers went yesterday. Yes, they did. And not only did they go as, I said this about the Philadelphia 76ers, they're going to go as far as Joel Embiid takes them. Well, The Los Angeles Lakers are going to go as far as Anthony Davis takes them. The reason why I'm skeptical, 2 reasons. Reason number 1, physically, I'm not sure he's going to hold up. That's number 1. Number 2, I'm not sure about those other guys. I'm not sure about those other guys. Because when I look at LeBron James at age 38, the days of him throwing teams on his back and taking them to the NBA Finals and being the best player in the Finals, those days are over. Those days are finished. The offense should run through Anthony Davis. Those complementary pieces that he has, even though a lot of them are one-dimensional, when they're not doing their job, they're virtually useless. But when they are, that's a damn good Laker team. So when D'Angelo Russell, who basically took a page out of what De'Aaron Fox did, because Curry seems to struggle. I don't think it's just Curry. Players struggle with left-handed players. And I think D'Angelo Russell did a good job of attacking Steph Curry and attacking the teeth of that defense. The Lakers got a lot of points inside, in the paint, going to Anthony Davis early and often. They didn't really get much from him or James in the second half in terms of scoring, but they locked down. To get 17 points out of Dennis Schroeder off the bench, they didn't account for that. The Golden State Warriors did not account for that. Now, there may be an issue with the free throw discrepancy. I believe in the third quarter, it was a 16-0 margin. Well, again, that's largely due to the Golden State Warriors shooting the long ball. The Golden State Warriors, if I'm not mistaken, are at the bottom of the league in free throw attempts. Does that mean that they don't get fouled, or is it they don't draw a lot of fouls? There's a difference. How do you draw fouls? Well, the Lakers last night, went downhill plenty of times. D'Angelo Russell was in the teeth of the defense. Schroeder was in the teeth of the defense. When Looney is on the backboard getting offensive rebounds, which he's one of the best dirty work guys in the game, this is nothing new. When he's getting offensive rebounds, instead of going right back up with it to create fouls, no, he's kicking it out to Curry. He's kicking it out to Jordan Poole. He's kicking it out to Klay Thompson. He's kicking it out to DiVincenzo for long balls. Now, that doesn't help you guys in creating fouls and getting to the stripe. Now, I know the Golden State Warriors took only 6 free throws yesterday, and that might look real tricky. But, with that being said, they are a jump shooting team. We all know that about the Golden State Warriors. They're a jump shooting team who got going last night. Them last 5 minutes, the Lakers had control of that game up until the last 5 minutes. And the Golden State Warriors have that kind of game where they shoot the basketball so well, they're never really out of it. They can get back in it as quickly as they're out, they can get right back in it. Right back in it. I thought Jared Vanderbilt, I thought he did a great job in chasing Curry around. I thought he did a great job in keeping pressure on Steph Curry. Chasing Steph Curry instead of shooting the gap and chasing Curry off screens. And I thought Anthony Davis did a good job in hedging, getting the ball out of Curry's hands and making Draymond, making Jordan Poole, making DiVincenzo, making these guys be playmakers. Because you're going to have to live with something, and it can't just be him. It's got to be somebody else. And I thought Vanderbilt did a really good job at that. Really good job. So with that being said, there's going to be some adjustments made. The Lakers started out the game realizing that we can't play this way because we're going to get blown out, and it was almost like a light switch went off where they realized, oh, wait a minute, we got a big guy, you don't. And it worked. It worked early because they went to him early and often. And that's going to be the theme of the series. My issue with the Los Angeles Lakers and my issue with Anthony Davis was, is, and will always be, can he hold up? If he can hold up, I think they got a good shot. But I'm not sure that he can. That's why I can't bet on the Lakers. For that specific reason. I was surprised that Rui didn't play as much as he had played in the last series. But maybe this is more of a feel-out game, and I think adjustments are going to be made. And I expect Rui to play more than almost 4 minutes like he did in Game 1. So This basketball season, guys, this is the playoffs, and I'm here for it. You know where to find me at. But until then, take it light, but take it.